More and more children are taken to school by car by their parents. Cycling or walking is simply too dangerous, is the parents' mantra. It is the huge increase in car traffic that is to blame, traffic that is caused by others. But really, is it always the others' fault? A quick look around the school gates just before lessons begin soon makes us think again. The countless parents who drop their kids off right in front of the school to make sure that they supposedly get to class safely, of course make the situation worse for other children in the area around the school. The consequence is that more and more parents bring their children to school by car to keep them safe from the danger of the other parents' cars. A real vicious circle. And yet, a short time after lessons begin, the streets outside are once again back to normal. This situation is found in many European cities, but the northern Italian city of Bolzano decided to do something about it. For 21 years, the city has had school streets, where cars are banned at school opening and closing hours. Traffic jams have reduced and safety has increased. Around 10 primary schools, there are temporary car-free zones. Cars are banned in these areas 15 minutes before school starts and 15 minutes after it ends. During these times, school guides erect the signs to enforce the traffic ban and also walk the children safely into school.
I think it's a brilliant solution because it lets us take the kids safely to school or nursery. On top of that, you get to know the route a bit, and you can be sure that there won't be any cars going past. I think it's a good thing because in the morning there are always a lot of kids hurrying to get to school on their bikes, and so for their safety, it's much better if the road is closed off to cars. In general, I think it's a really good idea, but it does have one disadvantage. I have the feeling that my kids get a bit careless and can't really tell whether the street is still closed to traffic or is open again. Once the street is open again, it's really important to make sure that the cars don't go too fast and that the kids are aware that there might be cars back on the street. Drivers, children, everyone has to be aware of one another.
The philosophy is simple, as one of the teachers explains.
If the kids learn how to walk and cycle correctly to school at an early age, then they will continue to walk and cycle as adults.
After initial opposition from, above all, parents, the project has now been running successfully for the past 21 years. To begin with, 6 schools were part of the program, but this increased to 10 in 2006. The partnership between schools, police, the municipality and school guides has been crucial to its success.
Thank goodness that our city council had the courage to close the school streets, because at the beginning there were massive complaints from the people who live here. Parents and teachers also complained a lot because they could no longer drive in the street. We've always had complaints, but we were convinced, nevertheless, that it was the right thing to do, so we carried on.
Meanwhile, it's worth noting that 80% of primary school children in Bolzano travel to school by bus, by bike or on foot. The share who come on foot is around 45% alone. The accident rate has fallen by around a half, and the children have learned how to get to school independently and safely. People have reacted very well to the road closures around schools. They are all very pleasant about it and want to do their bit to help to guarantee the children's safety.
In the beginning, it was the city council that ordered the closure of the streets, but later on, the schools themselves started to ask for it. But to achieve such things takes time. It took 10 years hard work to achieve these successes and results.
The successful Bolzano model for school streets has already been taken up by other northern Italian municipalities, and in Austria, its first implementation is planned for 2011.